Okay, we're going to continue with the rights to the streets of Memphis, our comprehension questions. Let's see, where did we stop here?
Question number 18.
Miss Lynn, we started on the question number 18.
18? Oh, yes. Wright chose to tell this story from his life because he wanted readers to understand what? Just a reminder, sign in for your attendance. And if you are 15 minutes entering the session, you're counted absent. That's way too long to be late. So you will not be counted as being present for the session if you're 15 minutes or more late. All right, Farah Hasham, can you answer number 18?
One minute. Wright describes the conflict between the gang of boys.
Everyone agree?
I answered 18.
And
Is there only one conflict in this story?
No, two.
no,
Right. There are many, many, many conflicts in this story, both internal and external. So if I asked you on the quiz, you better be prepared to answer internal and external conflicts. Give me an example of one internal conflict. Bhumika.
When his father left and they had no food to eat, so hunger frightened him.
Okay, he was having an inner conflict because he was hungry, and he had never felt hunger like that before. All right, Farah, give us an example of external conflict.
Richard and the boys in the street, as they beat him.
Yes. He had one of the external conflicts was between Richard Wright and the gang of bullies.
Yes.
Okay.
And when his
that's
father.
enough, Farah. Everybody has to get I want everyone to get their own conflicts. Only needed one of yours.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, miss.
I don't want everybody copying your answer. I want them to find it themselves.
Okay.
All right. And number 20, he builds suspense when what? When does Richard Wright build suspense in the story? Sama?
Yes, miss.
When does Richard Wright build suspense in the story?
When his mother told him not to return home unless he get the groceries.
Yes.
So there was suspense, and we want to know what will happen, what will he do.
Right, that's one example. That's one example in the story of suspense. When his mother closes the door, she tells him, "Don't you come back to this house without those groceries." And she shuts the door and locks it. So we're wondering, what in the world? Is someone going to kidnap him, or the boy's going to kill him? We wonder then what's going to happen next, okay? Any questions on this page? Nora, you have a question?
No, miss, I was just...
All right, Bhumika, you have a question?
No, miss.
Okay.
Miss, I do.
Okay, what's your question?
Can you repeat number 18 again?
What was the question? I've already taken it off the screen.
Wright chose to tell the story from his life because he wanted readers to understand that.
Oh, okay. He wants readers to understand, first of all, he was not the only kid living this kind of life. Many daddies had abandoned their families and left them with no money and no food, okay? He wants you as a reader to understand what life was like during this time, especially for a young black boy growing up in a black family, okay? How the blacks were treated. And in his book, the little black boy, he goes into, of course, a lot more in depth about his life. But the thing that we need to understand is this is what he wants us to get from his book or his story, what life was really about, and survival. If you wanted to survive, you had to be willing to fight for your rights, okay? Any other questions or comments?
Ms. Lynn,
Yes.
when you return to school, we will give you the sheets or we'll give it to you Saturday.
I'm going to tell you before we end. Okay? For the students that are going, let me go ahead and tell you now. For the students that are going to attend the session starting Sunday, you can bring your sheets with you. You do not have to send them. I'm sure all of you are aware if you will be coming Sunday or not by now. You've had plenty enough time to think about it. The students that are not attending, however, you will have to send me your sheets. Any questions?
And also the chapter 2 practice book.
I'm sorry.
And also chapter 2 practice book.
Grammar. Oh, grammar, because we have grammar Sunday, correct? Yes, you have to have your tablet or your grammar. For sure, you have to have your grammar workbook. As I told you before, I work almost 99% out of the grammar workbook, just so you don't have to carry the tablet for grammar or the big textbook, whichever. Okay, who else has a question? No one?
Miss, I have.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, Krish?
Miss, when should we send you the pages of the practice book that we did, or should we wait until you tell us?
If you're coming to school on Sunday, bring them with you. If you're not coming, they have to be to me Saturday, 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks.
Farah, you have a question?
Thank you, Miss Lynn.
Selma, you have a question?
Yes, Miss Lynn, I just want to ask, on Saturday when I'm sending you the story, should I send the workbook?
What do you mean the workbook, baby? The grammar?
The workbook pages, the grammar, yes.
No, just send your grammar sheets that you did for assignments.
Okay, يعني I don't
Like you did last week.
We made the story sheets and the grammar.
Right. You remember last week how you sent the grammar sheets?
Yes, Miss Lynn, but we sent the grammar sheets when we finished the chapter, the grammar chapter. And the reading, we sent it on Saturday.
Everything.
Yes.
Okay. If you're not coming to school, you have to send everything by Saturday. If you're coming to school on Sunday, you can bring the sheets with you. You must have them with you on Sunday if you're in class.
Mm-hmm. Miss, Selma was just asking you about the grammar, not the reading. The
grammar is the same thing. There's no difference between the grammar and the reading.
Okay.
Everything has to be completed by Saturday and turned in if you're not coming to class. If you're coming to class, bring them with you on Sunday. Okay?
Okay.
Grammar and reading.
Okay.
Yes, Emma.
Yes, Miss Lynn. About the grammar, should we finish all the whole chapter before sending it? Because we didn't finish it all the class.
How many pages? How many pages did we have left that we did not cover?
I don't remember, but I will check. Give me 1 minute, please.
Go ahead, babe. Yes, Hannah, yes, sir.
Miss Lynn, the schedule you sent us for like the literature and grammar, are we still going to go by it when in school? Because I'm coming to school.
What do you mean?
Like for example, on Sunday we have literature, and Monday we have grammar.
Right now, that's still the plan, yes. So Sunday we have grammar, correct?
I'm not sure.
Because today's literature, and it's Thursdays.
Yes,
so Sunday should be grammar.
Yes, thank you so much. But we don't have to bring our textbooks because we only use workbooks, right?
But please bring your workbook.
Yes, but not the textbook, right?
No, you don't need the textbook.
Thank you so much, Muslim, because like the SM card didn't come yet. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, no problem. Sama, did you find it yet, baby?
Yes, Miss, I think 7 or 8 pages.
Okay, then this is what we'll do. I'll give you until Monday. No, wait, let's see. I'll give you until Sunday to turn in the grammar.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Does that work for everyone?
Yes, thanks.
Miss, I have a question.
Okay, someone has a question, raise your hand. Yusuf Afila?
Yes, Miss. Miss, if we had a quiz, how will the absent people gonna take it?
We have a program that we're going to use, and I will let you know in plenty enough time.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Just concentrate now on studying. That's what you need to concentrate on.
Okay, Miss.
Okay? Any other questions? All right, so let's discuss our vocabulary words. The first one is clamor. It is a noisy outburst or outcry. The next word, first of all, clamor. Who can give me a sentence with the word clamor? Bhumika?
Miss Lynn, can you hear me?
Bhumika, did you fall down?
No.
I heard a loud noise. I thought you fell down.
No, probably it was the sheets.
Okay. All right, give us your sentence for clamor, please.
I heard my brother clamor since he saw a cockroach.
Okay, does anyone see anything wrong with that sentence? Hannah Hanny, what do you see?
No, Miss, I was reading my hand for
Okay.
telling.
Bhumika, read your sentence again.
I heard my brother clamor since he saw a cockroach.
Miss
Okay.
Lynn, I know the mistake.
All right, what is it?
That clamor is a noun. It's not a verb.
Right. So how should she write her sentence?
1 minute. I will try to think.
There was a
Can I try
loud...
to change it? Miss, can I
Bhumika?
try to change it? Yes, can I try to change it?
Yes.
My brother made a sound of clamor when he saw a cockroach.
Okay, listen to me. Tell me what you think after this sentence. There was a loud clamor after my brother saw a cockroach.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Okay. Clamor means a noisy outburst or a loud noise. There was a clamor outside of my building at 2 o'clock this morning. You understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Raise your hands if you would like to do number 2, dispirited. At him.
The dispirited poor boy didn't know what to do.
Okay, the dispirited boy didn't know what to do. The dispirited mother did not know how she would buy food for her children. Everyone understand?
Yes.
Okay.
Or Richard was dispirited when he had to fight the boys bullying him.
Okay, Richard was dispirited when he had to fight the gang of bullies. All right, number 3, flay, to whip or lash. Hannah Yasser.
As a method of questioning criminals, police flayed them until they gave up.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay,
Thank you.
good one. You can also say, to give you another example, during the 1800s, slaves were flayed on a daily basis. During the late 1800s, slaves were flayed by their masters. You see movies where their masters beat them with whips. Does everyone understand?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Sama or Selma, which asked me about flay earlier? Sama?
Yes.
Okay, Sama, do you understand it now better?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Number 4, retaliate. Pay back an injury in kind or to get even with someone. Afid Bagdi, give me a sentence using retaliate.
Miss, can you say the question again?
Yes, give me a sentence with number 4, retaliate.
Richard wanted to retaliate the same harm the boys gave him.
Okay, very good. Richard wanted to retaliate against the gang of boys. Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Number 5, here we go with stark. Complete or utter, the extreme of something. The building was painted a stark red. The building just stood out on the block like a sore thumb because it was painted the most extreme color red. Afaduta.
The snow stood stark against the winter sky.
Good. The snow looked stark against the winter sky. Okay, any questions on stark? Everyone understands? All right, number 6, gauntly. In a gaunt manner, meager, like a skeleton or a ghost. Okay? Janaguda, give me a sentence with gauntly. It's an adverb.
Gauntly.
Say it again, I couldn't hear you.
1 minute. Gauntly. 1 minute.
Can anyone help?
Miss, can I help?
Yes.
Since I was not having food, my face started to look gauntly.
Okay, since I didn't have any food, my face began to look gauntly. Everyone agree with that sentence? Anyone disagree?
Yeah.
If you disagree,
No.
raise your hand. Okay. The next word.
Miss, can I answer this pair?
Who is this?
Jana.
Jenna, answer number 7.
He was in complete despair when he couldn't answer all his homeworks.
He was in complete despair
When he couldn't answer all his homeworks.
when he couldn't answer all the homework. Okay. He was in complete despair when he could not complete his homework. Okay. Number 8, vague. Vague means not clear in meaning or stated in a way that's not general or not specific. Afaruta, can you give us a sentence using vague?
The vague meaning of the word made me confused about its usage in the part of
Okay.
the story.
The vague meaning of the word confused me in its meaning and usage. I didn't quite get the last part. I had to make it up often. Okay, good answer. Another example is when she walked through the door and I asked her where she had been, her answer, she gave me a vague answer, not really telling me anything clearly, okay, or nothing specific. All right, let's see. Abdullah, what about number 9, baffled? It means extremely confused or puzzled, and it's an adjective.
Miss Lynn, can I help?
Abdullah, can you hear me? I don't know if he's hearing me. Abdullah? All right, who asked?
Me, Farah.
Okay, go ahead.
The math equations are baffled because they made me very confused.
Okay, the math equations left me baffled because they were very confusing. Okay, or you could say the math equations baffled me. The students were baffled. The students were baffled by the teacher's response. Okay.
Okay.
What about number 10, taunting?
Miss, can I do it?
Miss, may I answer?
Krish, can you answer please? Taunting, to make fun of or say insulting things to.
I saw the bullies who were taunting my friend.
Okay. I saw the bullies taunting my friend. Good one. Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Any questions?
Yes, Miss Lynn, I have a sentence about taunting, but I'm not sure if its usage here is right or wrong.
Okay.
The one sinner now repenting, praying for her past to stop taunting her and evaporate into thin air. Is it right here in the sentence?
Wait, say it again. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I was unclear. The one sinner now repenting, praying for her past to stop taunting her and evaporate into thin air.
Is that your sentence?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it wrong?
No, it's not wrong. The only thing I would say, Hannah, is it's a little long.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No. And the only reason I think it's great and wonderful if you can come up with a sentence like that.
Thank you.
I want you to remember that y'all are on the 9th grade level. The only thing, it makes me question if that's really your sentence. I'm not
I
saying,
swear to God, I made it up.
No, Hannah,
I didn't make it
Hannah,
up. Yes.
I'm talking.
I'm sorry.
You didn't let me finish. I am not saying it's not your sentence, but it's very unusual for a 9th grade student, not impossible, to come up with a sentence like that, because it's a very sophisticated sentence. I didn't say it's not your sentence, and I don't want you to think that. I say bravo if you can make a sentence like that. But don't expect me. But I'll probably be apt to question it. But that's okay. If it's your sentence, then it shouldn't bother you if I question you, right?
Miss, I read books, though. I got like the idea from them, like Oliver Twist and.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yes. But I swear, like, I didn't make it up.
No, I didn't say you made it up. I just wanted to be sure.
So much.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
No, it's an excellent sentence. And if that's your sentence, I'll say bravo for you.
Thank you so much.
By reading a lot is exactly what teaches you to make sentences like that. Okay?
Yes.
I don't want any of you to think that I'm saying it's not your sentences and all. Sometimes a teacher is taken aback with some students because you're like, wow, where did that come from? All right, are there any other questions on the vocab words? None? All right then. Next week, we will start a new story, and it's called The Most Dangerous Game. Usually every year my students love this story, especially the boys, but the girls do too. But it's really kind of like a guy story. But after we start reading it and the class finds out what's going on, the girls also like it, okay? I may give you small individual projects to do, not group projects. You will work on your own, and I'll give you a list of choices that you can choose to do. It's not going to be anything big, so don't start freaking out on me, please. All right? And I will give you choices. I believe as a teacher that you have students that can draw, you have students that can write, you have students that like to speak verbally better than they like writing or even drawing. So I like to give you a choice of what you can do. But you have to choose one, and you have to do that one well, okay? But anyway, we'll discuss that more next week. But I just want to let you know that you'll be doing a small little project for the story, okay? Are there any other questions on the rights to the streets of Memphis?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Lynn.
Now, I'm going to tell you something else. I told Ms. Yasmin I was not going to tell you this today, but I expect you to do a plot diagram for every story. I expect you to know the conflicts in every story. I expect you to be able to explain to me about the dialogue and how it affects the story if I ask those questions, okay? For sure, you have to do a plot diagram, and you have to know the conflicts. You also have to know the protagonist, the antagonist, okay?
Okay.
Raise your hand if you have a question. And you must learn how to raise your hand in my class. Farah Hashim.
Yes, Ms. Lynn.
You have a question?
Thank you.
You don't have a question, Farah?
No, thank you.
Okay. There were so many hands up, and yours was one of them.
No, I was raising my hand to answer the vocab, not asking the question.
Farah, we're over the vocab.
No, I know. I saw.
I know, I'm joking. I know y'all think I never joke, and maybe my jokes are corny, but I do try to laugh every once in a while. All right? So, we understand about the stories. The grammar, I've already explained that. We will be working out of our workbooks 99% of the time. Believe me, it's easier on you. Not me, I don't care. My textbook is at school every single day. But the workbook has the exact same rules in it, and it has anywhere from 15 to 20 pages of practice per chapter, okay? You're more than free to use the textbook if you need extra help. Or if you would like for me to sit down with you and discuss something in the textbook, I have no problem, okay? Anything else?
No.
Okay, everyone signed in for attendance?
Yes, I signed 3 times.
Yes.
Okay.
Miss Lynn, yesterday I signed in, me and many of the students in the class signed in our names, but in the list that you sent on Facebook, didn't have our names.
I know, and we went through that yesterday. I finally said I thought there was a problem with Zoom. Remember?
Okay, yes.
Your names were not on the list, Bramika. They weren't on the list. Only the, I'm talking. Only the students that I copied and pasted their names was on the list. The rest of you were not on the list. That's why I wrote the second post and said, I felt that there was a problem with Zoom. But just make sure that you sign in, okay?
Okay.
Anything else? No other questions or comments? Okay. All right, I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend. I will see some of you on Sunday in class, and I will send recordings to the others not in class, okay?
Okay.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.